Hello, hello! Sorry about that. You know how you break your stream right before you start? That's my morning. How is everyone today on Monday morning? Just gonna close the door one sec. There we go. Hello, hello! Now, who has a whole bunch of unfinished things that they need to finish? This gal. I've got a whole bunch of unfinished paintings, so I think what we should do today is finish some stuff and like actually get them up on boards and hoo-ha. So let's switch over to the palette and do a little bit of cleaning and catch up. How are you? How are things? Tell me things in the chat. I'd love to hear how everyone's doing. So let's get over there. Where are we? That one. Hello. Messy palette I forgot to clean. We've got two options. We've got this little portrait that we started. Or we've got, oh, I should put them the other way around. Or this portrait that we started. Both need to be finished. So let's figure that out while I figure out what the heck my computer is doing. Literally my microphone didn't want to work and my headphone didn't want to work. And I think now everything's working. I think. There we go. Is that working? Yes? Yes, good. 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 Where is Discord? I have a little Discord. If anyone's been up to stuff and wants to send pictures or things that they've been working on, that would be lovely. Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's funny, I don't feel like I did a lot this weekend, but actually it was really busy. Because, what did we do? On Saturday? What did we do on Saturday? Oh, we went to the pool with friends, with my little 2-year-old. And that was just, it was really fun, but it was a lot of effort. It was so much effort. So, just pool in winter is just efforty. And then what else did we do? What else did we do? Sunday we went to the park for half the day. And then I went to... Oh, that's right. Saturday night I went to an art opening. I went out and socialised. Ha! Who does that? Not me most of the time. So that was really fun. And yeah, we had a bit of a after the show gathering with a whole bunch of artists, so I got to chat with a whole bunch of people, and that was really nice. What else did we do? Sunday we went to the park for half the day and ran around in the wet grass looking for ducks, which we found many ducks. Important things. What else did we do? Whoa. What else did we do? What else did we do? Then Sunday afternoon I got to go into my art residency. So I got to go into the Victorian Artist Society and I got to do, well, it was 5 hours of painting. We stayed a little bit long. And then I had one friend come in and say hi, and that was lovely. And then another friend come in who's a photographer who's going to be helping me with some reference photos. And we had a great chat, which was awesome. You know when someone's really vibing on the same project that you're vibing on, and you're just like, this is going to be so cool. I want to see it already, even though we haven't done the work yet. That's got dust on it. That's how long it's been since I started you. You've got dust and dog hair on you. That's the thing with linen. Linen and canvas, you can't really tell when they're dusty compared to aluminium. You see every little speck, which is kind of frustrating a lot of the time. But that's okay. It's just one of those things. Alright, do that one. Where are my reference photos? They would help. They would help. That to go away. I don't know how many of you are we have too many tabs open, but I am definitely living that life right now. Way too many tabs. There we go. Got rid of some tabs. Not that. Not that. Why can I not find anything? That's my morning. That's okay. Actually, I could do that. Okay, not that. There we go. Alright, I think I'm just about there. Oh, almost. Alright. Done. Done. Good. Now, what are we working on? I don't know which one I want to work on. Oh, deciding is the hardest part. Let me just adjust this a little bit. There we go. You can see me. Hello. I've been working on a still life on my Sunday sessions, so I think let's work on this little one, because I think she needs the most work. She needs more work than she does, but if this isn't going well, then we can switch. That's a plan. Cool, let's do that. So we've got the one that we'll leave over there for the minute, and we'll do the other one. Now, I have some dirty brushes that we should clean / refresh and use today, so they can sit on the easel. Just a little bit of everything over here. Got some paper towel. I will need another roll of paper towel in a minute because I've only got 2 sheets left, but let's tackle one problem at a time. Basically. Chill Hop, who provides the streamy free music that we listen to over here, or at least we're listening to today. Sometimes I listen to non-copyright free stuff over on Twitch, but if we're doing YouTube as well, then we do the copyright free stuff. If anyone knows any other free services that do reliably copyright free music, I would be very interested, because sometimes this sort of chill lo-fi stuff isn't the mood. I would love it if some place did like more jazzy big band stuff, a little bit less R&B beats, but yeah, just to have some different moods. There's lots of random videos on YouTube that say that they're copyright free music, but I'm very dubious and I don't want to get copyright strikes, so much easier to use Chill Hop, which I know is okay. I just can't afford at the moment to sign up with any of the pay services because everything is really expensive right now. I have to wait until August before I can figure out how to cancel my Adobe subscription, because I think I'm pretty committed now to giving that up and learning Clip Studio Paint, and is it Affinity is the one I use for Illustrator stuff, I think. There's been some great resources going around if you feel like getting out of Adobe subscription town. But yes, unfortunately the state of their current subscriptions is they charge you a cancellation fee of half of what is remaining on your 12 months that you signed up for, even though you pay monthly. So August is when that's up, and I refuse to give them money for nothing, so I might as well use their programs until the end of the contract, and then I'll get rid of it. So that'll be good, because I've also started using Glaze, which is the AI protection software that sort of adds an overlay on your image that's invisible, but means when AI tries to read it, it comes out kind of garbled and awful. So that's been good so far. I haven't noticed any like big fragments or random things in my images that I don't want to be there. So my current last 3 posts on Instagram use glaze. Yeah, and then everything going forward will, more or less. I hope they come out with a vision for video, because yeah, like I put the cover image for the video is glazed, but not the content of the video, because they can't do video files at this stage. I'm guessing it just would take way too much processing power or something like that. Yeah, so that's something, hopefully that will come out later, or some sort of video protection. But even then, my videos, I'm pretty quick to pan around, and they're not high resolution, so I don't think AI would make much use of them, hopefully. So that's a little bit of, I don't know if I feel protected, but I feel less worried about it. Compared to my high resolution final artwork images, I don't want people generating Liz Gridley fake artworks the way they are to so many other artists, which is just not okay in so many ways. Not to mention some people selling some of those bullshit artworks on the Adobe stock website, which is just ridiculous. Sorry. Mum life, always got to answer the messages or you forget they exist. Okay. Beautiful. Alright. That's all fine, that's all fine. Go away, phone. I want to paint. Go away, phone. I want to paint. Please? Thank you. Alright. I'm going to put it over here so I can just ignore it more or less. That would be good. Oh, phone holder's not working. Got this cool little phone holder, like, from my friend, and it just folds flat, and it is so handy to have on my desk because it means my phone can be sitting up and I can just see it if it lights up with a phone call or something. Very visual person. The audio is all well and good, but I'm wearing headphones, so that would be useless. So let's have a look. Where is some? Yeah, gotta clean all this off. So I made my own little silly coil jar. A silly coil jar is a jar with a metal coil in the bottom, designed for when you have your terps, so you can run your brush over the coil and that gets all the paint out, which is quite cool. They're quite expensive for what they are in Australia. I'm not sure if it's just the shipping cost, because they're literally a jar with a good lid, and they're like 20 to 40 bucks or something. They're ridiculously expensive. I'm actually looking it up now. I'm interested. Yeah, they're like 50 bucks on eBay. And I'm like, that's not worth it. So I had some aluminium wire that I used for sculpture, and I just coiled it up myself. I don't know if the metal in the silly coil jar is better and whether this might degrade over time. If it does, I'll just replace it. Because I only use this much terps at a time anyway. I don't like having big jars of it around. And as you can see on my hand, like, this is quite little. This was a little jar from the op shop, and it's got a rubber seal, so I feel like that's nice and secure. But if it does build up any sort of fume, you can just pop the lid off as opposed to a screw. So that would be fine if there's any sort of pressure build up. I don't expect there to be, because again, it's such a small amount of low odor, low toxic solvent, but that's where we're at. So yeah, I can use that now, because I really only use terps for cleaning. I don't mix my own mediums or anything like that. This paint is only from yesterday, so it is a little tacky, so it should come off pretty easily with just a little bit of solvent. I'm thinking we might have to refresh all our blobs too, but we'll see how we go today, and then at the end of the day maybe I'll need to refresh my blobs, refresh my blobs, because they're just getting a little bit crunchy and crusty, and I hate the little crunchy and crusties going on my brush and then going on the new piece, because again, the aluminium shows every little bit of anything, which is annoying. So I normally just let that sit for a minute. I'm going to quickly go run and get some paper towel, but I'll leave you on the screen so you can see what I'm doing. Hi Liz, how you doing? I'm just going to run and get some paper towel. Stay put, I'll be 1 minute, not even. But I think we're going to work on this one today, or should I work on this one? What are your thoughts? Tell me your thoughts, because I've got too many unfinished things. Be right back. The child? Okay, we'll do that. I think that was my instinct. This one needs more work than this one does, and if I'm having a hard time with this one, I can always switch then. So I'll put this one away. Thank you. How are you? Oh, excuse my big crunchy noises. Paper towel acquired. Huzzah. Just need to clean up the palette, and then we'll be good. You stay there. Beautiful. Where's my little scrapey dude? Hidden it. There it is. Oh, I'll turn off the mic just for 1 sec, because I know some people are sensitive. Say like a thin, but it's a kid dress. Like a clear sheer fabric over her face, and she like real scary faces, like and stuff. Really interesting pack, very varied, and of course in reference packs. Really general. There's a to go though. This is only one session of painting I've done. All I've done is the sketching and locking in, but I haven't in all the areas because it's on in. You can see there are a lot of bare aluminium through where you can see. Yeah. Thank you, Amy. Reference photo. Oh, where is it? Someone. This one is going to be. There we go. Found it. Oh, sorry. I muted myself. My apologies. Is that volume a bit better? I'm sorry about that. Volume too low on me, I'm guessing is what you meant, not the music. Or you tell me if it is. I always wish I could like have a second computer I could just run to and see what my volume is like, because it's so hard to tell. It sounds good on my end, but I know from watching other people's Twitch streams, sometimes it can be a bit all over the shop. It's a Ree! Hello, Ree! Hello, Ree. How are you, my darling? Music is great? Fantastic. Thank you, Elise. That's really helpful. Thank you. How was your morning, Ree? What are you up to? I saw Ree yesterday. Another lovely Twitch artist. And I don't think you do have a YouTube, do you, Ree? You're just on Twitch for streaming. But also you can check out her Instagram if you like. She does beautiful paintings as well as live portrait painting at weddings and events, which is cool. I'm just mixing a couple of things. You're having a slow morning. Slow morning is nice. Slow morning is nice. You have a YouTube but it's a bit neglected. Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna have to add that to your command. My morning's been good. We're a little bit late to daycare, but the 3 items of clothing that we lost at daycare last week on Friday, we're all there. So we haven't lost anything, which is great. Is it Illyri on YouTube as well? Your Twitch comes up when I search for your YouTube. Why is that, you silly Google? Someone's told me DuckDuckGo is a better search engine than Google these days, which is intriguing. I'll try that. It's bedtime for you in Boston. Oh, it's morning here. We're 11:30 in the morning. Oh, we're getting towards midday. Without the H on YouTube. Let's try that. An art station comes up. That's someone else. Is this you? No, that's not you. Let's try that. Channels. I might have to hunt for you another time. I'll get you to send a link. Put a link in the Discord. That'd be. Oh, you did send me a link. No, whoops. I'm Australian, but I'm from Melbourne, and we are often told that Melbourne accents sound weird because they're less Australian than the other Australian accents. Like Brisbane is very, very Australian. Sydney is pretty Metro Australian, that kind of thing. But Melbourne accents were a little bit garbled, and I'm not sure why that is, but I know that I have a particular bad tendency of if I watch too much British media or American media, I tend to adopt a little British or American twang to my voice, which is a bit strange. But I've done that since I was a kid, and I used to get teased for it all the time, and it's like completely subconscious, like mimicry or something like that I just do, and then it like wears away after a little bit. So I'm just checking which of my blobs are wet. It looks like almost all of them have got something, so if I just migrate some little bobs. Oh yeah, there's some ultramarine, good. You're Paraline Black. I did use this yesterday, but the still life I'm doing is of plaster casts, so I was not using the full spectrum of colours. But this is more or less my basic palette that I'm using these days. That's lamp black. Cool. Discord would have been better. No, that's alright. I've saved it in a tab now. You're part of my way too many tabs open now, and it can stay. Oh, you had a live for a few hours and no one showed. Oh, that's a bit different. Yeah. YouTube is hard. I definitely find the reach on YouTube is lower than Twitch, but YouTube, because your videos stick around, I get more views on my live stream videos after they've been live. More people seem to watch it, like, later, when it's not live. I'm not sure why that is, but that seems to be my experience on YouTube. How have you tried different days to stream and things like that? Like, obviously I'm streaming on a Monday morning. That's not a particularly common YouTube time. So I didn't expect a lot of people to be able to come in today. It's nice to be able to catch you though before you go to bed. That's nice. you have so many tabs and windows open all the time, so me too. It's a problem. I keep going, tonight I will deal with my tabs, and then it's like, no, I'll do that later, and then they just stay around forever. Oh, I got new glasses. They're green and pretty. I love them. I got like 3 pairs because I got really cheap glasses because I have a really cheap prescription for up close work. But I think these are my favourite. I'm very green coordinated today. I'm wearing green top, green hair, green glasses, so all the green. But yeah, no, with YouTube, trying to find a little community is a bit tricky. I might actually load up, Elise, can I load up your channel in a separate tab as well to stalk you later? What sort of artwork and stuff do you do on YouTube? Elise Charlene. There you are. Cute! Oh, good thumbnails. I like your shorts thumbnails. Those close-ups look really cute. Subscribe! Cute! Oh, you do colouring and things! Oh, that's awesome. I work in an art shop on the side, and that's quite fun because I get to look at things like all the Prismacolors and the pencils and things and just like go, ooh, pretty, even though I am not very good at, I don't have the patience for pencil work. You need a lot of patience to do that nice layering to get that real depth of colour, and I'm a bit slow. You usually do a multi-stream on YouTube and Twitch. Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm using Restream at the moment because I have completely separate communities across both. Like, there's not many people who do both. Like, you'd be one of the few who does both, and even then I think you prefer Twitch, don't you? Yeah, sometimes I like to stream on just one as well. Most of the time it's, a friend showed me a hack where you can do Twitch but not record your audio in your VOD, like your computer playing audio, so then you can listen to music that's not distinctly copyright free because it's not saved to your VOD. It does make your VOD a bit more boring, but I find, again, that the recordings seem to get watched more on YouTube, and the lives seem to get more watched on Twitch. Oh, I'm good at words today. Blech. So yeah, it's interesting how both platforms are completely different in the way that they're received. But I don't know. I like doing the thing across both spaces. I'm not monetized on YouTube though, sadly, so no emotes or anything fun yet, but we're working on it. That's our goal for this year. I got really, really close to being monetized before I got pregnant, and now I have a little 2-year-old, and so we're back on the mission of trying to get monetized. So any watch hours are very appreciated. Yeah, which is hard. Oh, I'm missing out on chat. Usually do multi-stream, yeah. Yes, these are the new frames. I've also got some really cute black, bigger cat's eye ones, and then I got some black, like, straight across one. I've got the black straight across ones. Let's do a little try on. Hold on. These are the green ones. Green, shiny, which is very nice. And then, so these are like my quirky artist glasses, I think. And then these ones are like my, business glasses. Like, they've got that little bit of gold at the top, which is really cute, but I feel a lot more like business, yes, serious business deals, yes, in these ones. They're very different mood. Ah! And then compared to my old glasses, which is still the same prescription, but like, these just look so boring now by comparison. Because if I put my old ones on, it's just like, yep, there's some glasses. They've got no personality whatsoever. By comparison. So I'm pretty into the new ones for that reason. Well, although I'm pretty sure most people, when they get new glasses, the new glasses are the more exciting, more fun ones. Yeah, the other pair, what did I do with the other pair? I think they're in one of my bags because I took them to a different PT place the other day. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I can't see them around. Let's be businessy for a little bit. Which would be cool. Ooh, let's transition back. Boop! What did we say? You're a watercolorist mainly. Ah! Excuse me for that. Oh, I got over my cold like 2 weeks ago, but I still have this annoying little cough that comes up now and then. So annoying. Oh, watercolours mainly, but you love many different mediums. Yay! And the adult colouring world is very supportive. Oh, that's lovely to hear. I've recently got into the videos of Sarah Renee Clark. Do you know her? She does a lot of colouring stuff. She's a big Australian YouTuber. She's one of the bigger ones. And she does like products and merch and all that sort of stuff. But she does some really cool stuff, and she's just really friendly. She's also from Melbourne, so she's from the same area of Australia as me, but different accent again. I feel like her accent is more... She sounds a lot more careful when she speaks, and I have a trouble with like getting a little mumbly and a little deeper, I think, but that's just naturally how my voice is. So yeah, she's another cool one who does colouring. Who else does a lot of colouring? There's a lot of them. I don't know. I subscribe to probably too many YouTubers because I just want to see art and things on my feed at all times. So anytime I go into my subscriptions feed, I've got like so many videos to pick from, which is great. I really enjoy that. When I used to sort of have less and really rely on the algorithm to give me things, I was always getting just like whoever the big YouTubers are, and I'm like, I do not want to watch a Logan Paul video. I'm fine. Thank you. No. Oh, what have I missed? You had a lot of issues with doing both. You should try now that you're at your new place. Yes, you should. You should get Restream. Restream.io. It's very easy to set up in OBS. It was a lot easier than I thought, and I slightly broke it the other day because I tried to change my upload settings just to Twitch rather than go through Restream, because I was trying to do I'm having trouble doing like a scheduled stream where it's like notifies my people before the time, but other than that, I've been having a great time with it, and I had to reinstall it today before starting, and it reinstalled super easy, and all my docs came back, so that was good. Because yeah, now I can see my chat with both YouTube and Twitch right there in my OBS, and then I like that you guys have the little icons next to your name so I know where you're watching from. So that's all very, very fun. Yeah. Before you reach 50 subs, you were doing both Instagram and TikTok and had more people watching live. Oh! And they didn't mind that it was the horizontal format? Because that was my hesitation with doing my Instagram as well. I do have a TikTok actually, I probably should do TikTok too. But because obviously this is all a horizontal setting, I thought that would look not good in the vertical. Or do people not care? This is so interesting, Elise, thank you. I love interesting chats. Interesting chats are the best. Yeah. I just want to remember where my real cool lights are, so I'm just going to put in some little notes to myself. Your 2020 vision before you got old? I'm feeling the old. I'm in my 30s, mid at the moment, directly mid-30s, and I'm just like, oh no, the old is happening. I'm definitely on the other side, not the young now. People like Ree just look immortal and will never age, so, you know. I hope that you don't have the other signs of aging, Ree, because you just look immortally young, in a good way. Yeah. Witchcraft. That good stuff. She's very pink on this side of her face. We do not want to be that pink. I think I definitely overly pinked her. You have a master's in illustration, Elise. That's cool. I've got a bachelor with honours of visual art, not fine art. But they didn't teach me how to paint in tertiary education, and that was quite frustrating when getting an arts degree. So most of my painting learning has happened after tertiary education. So Australia is annoying that way. Especially when I was in the painting studio at school. I did painting, but they did not have any teachers who were realist painters. I really should have gone to a painting atelier because that's more what I was looking for, but the only one at the time when I went to uni in Australia was in Sydney, and I live in Melbourne, so I couldn't move to Sydney to do that, sadly. So now there's a few more places that teach realism, and a lot of places that have teachers who have learnt in Florence or America in those really nice ateliers that have the heritage and the really skilled teachers and maestros and stuff. So there's a lot more resources now, which is good. And yeah, Ree and I are currently painting at the Victorian Artist Society, which is a beautiful group of more traditional artists. There are some abstract and more contemporary artists there, but they have a real traditional art base, and were founded by some of Australia's biggest realist painters. So that's really cool. That's really, really cool. You were doing it vertically with your phone. Oh, okay. So you did a TikTok, Instagram stream separate to your YouTube, Twitch stream. That would make sense. That would make sense. I would have to set up a setup for that, wouldn't I? Like an overlay for vertical. Yeah? Yeah, probably. That's cool. Ree, they're your emotes. I only just noticed. They're cute. Can you post all your emotes? Do all of them. Are they yours? They are yours. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Ree just got emotes designed by a friend of mine, Jack Quillen, who's freaking awesome. I can put Quill's little link in there. There. That. Which is really cool. You now have a proper DSLR and you don't do webcam because you don't like your... No, faces are fun. I'm a definite, like... I relate to a person's voice more if I can see their face, and I think it's an expression thing. I like seeing facial expression because then I know if the person's happy or sad or like how they're reacting to stuff. I struggle when it's just voices sometimes because I can't like directly know their expressions. So I'm a big fan of face. I have definitely, a big part of me doing YouTube was getting used to showing my face and talking about my work on like a public forum. You can open another tab with my Twitch feed, just mute one of them in the Google Chrome tab or Safari or whatever you're using. It's up to you, but it's not that different. Because on screen, you see my overlay here. You can see Ree's messages. Ree's messages have the little purple icon to say that she's on Twitch. And then your messages have the little red icon to say that you're on YouTube, which is so cool. So, yeah, I like that the little chat on my screen, so if you just make it bigger on your screen, like that might help, means that you can see both chats. So that's why I like how that overlay worked out that way. Yeah. And then you don't need two tabs. Then you can just watch the screen. Yeah, I love both too. Oh! A follow-up! Who's... Once upon a... Hello? Hello. I've lost my... See, that's the thing. I don't see the alerts on my overlay very well because I've made them too small. I need to change my overlay. But I can see it if I open that. Once upon a cats. What a name. Hello. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Thank you. There we go. I've got my 4 screens, 4 windows all set up now. Okay, that's better. Now I can see the alerts. Excuse me. Oh, give me a second. I'll go get some water. Oh, that's better. Sorry. Sorry for choking. Your bones are brittle and your body is broken? No, Ree. Your immortality is aesthetic. No. That's less fun. I definitely feel the body broken sometimes. I'll admit going to the gym lately has helped. I'm feeling somewhat functional. Although I flaked last week and I shouldn't have flaked. I should have gone. Actually, I think it's been 2 weeks since I've gone. Now I'm not going regularly again. That's a problem. Anyway. Oh, they're all your emotes. Look at them. They're so cute. Look at them up there. They're so cute. We've got a wavy face and a hold a love heart face. And then we've got a laugh cry face. And what are you eating? Chips? Eating chips and drinking coffee? Yum. That's adorable. leave it up on YouTube on your iPad. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, thank you, Elise. I really appreciate that. This is also the YouTube's, all the streamers in it together. I do exactly the same thing. Sometimes I've got like 4 people streaming all at once in different tabs. And I got told by someone, if you mute it inside Twitch and YouTube, they can tell. But if you mute the tab, like at the top of the tab through Safari or through Chrome, then they can't tell. So then you can have just one playing audio and the rest are muted or whatever, which is cool. So I like that as well. I don't know. We're all sitting here scheming for each other to get views. Which is also why I love subscribing to so many people's YouTube, even before I see their videos, because that way then when I do see a video I can just go, yes, I wanted to watch that! Jump on it when I see it come up. Even though I might have them open in another tab and I've forgotten. I think I really want to get the lips sorted out on this, because they're right in the middle, and then I can sort of work outwards. So if I start with one point, then I can sort of develop everything next to it and just keep moving out further and further and further. Everything on this girl's face is so soft, and I've got to keep it soft the whole way. Are you saying you should go to the gym instead of watching Cozy Liz stream? Not at all! You should be eating Doritos while watching me. Joby! No worries. Mwah! Give you a kiss. I hope work is nice to you. Actually, I'll write that in chat if Joby's got sound off. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Over here. Lips are definitely a bit more orange on this side, but they're not 100% symmetrical because of how her head's hanging, so I've got to make sure I don't accidentally straighten them, which I've done before. Aw, yeah, heart, heart. Ah, thank you for the follow, Elise, on Twitch as well. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I've only been on Twitch as a streamer officially. But when did I start? March this year? Because I was always trying to do YouTube more. I love making longer form YouTube videos, but with my 2-year-old it's been really, really hard. So it's been mostly short form. I did do a part 2 to my most popular video, which is water mixable oil paints, if you're ever intrigued by those, if you haven't used them before. I did that earlier this year, but I haven't been able to edit mostly, because I always prioritise painting over editing, because I do a lot of group art shows and things, and that means the editing gets pushed aside all the time. So at least live streaming has been really fun to stay involved in YouTube and video making, even though I can't edit as much at the moment. I did record a video the other day for using oil paint sticks. Oh, you're saying hi from Twitch. Is it? Hi Twitch. Yay. Yeah, oil paint sticks, which are cool, and because I work so smooth and realistically, like I don't use them often, but for my life drawing works, they're quite good to create like quick dynamic marks. Yeah, editing's the hardest part. It's the hardest part. It takes so much time. It takes so much time to get even just like the basics, like all the footage in and in order, and cutting out like all the ums and ahs and pauses. Like even that basic bit takes so long. But when it's done, I'm so happy, and I love the videos so much when they're done. Especially if someone asks me like a technical oil painting question and I can go, I have a video for that. I love that. It's so handy. And then I can just be all like, come over here, watch my video. This answers your question directly. And that was what people kept asking me on my original oil paint, water mixable oil paint try and test video was, can you use them for glazing? So the part 2 video is me using them for glazing specifically, which is quite awesome. So very happy with that still. These glasses are growing on me. I think because they're thicker. And I'm not wearing eyeliner today, so they're giving me my eyeliner happy time. A little bit. I said I was painting the mouth, and I've immediately moved elsewhere. Bad Liz. Such a sucker for that every time. Make a plan, immediately change the plan. What's the Star Wars quote? Pray I do not alter the deal further, or something. Oh, that's so lovely! Ree, you have another follower too! Oh, I can jump on Twitch too. Then we can all follow each other. Ha ha ha! Community. Community. Now I need another window. More windows! Oh, I can hear myself. Go do that. Haha. Gotcha! And I'll leave the YouTube on there for later. Eat. Commissions. I do. Oh, hold on. Ads. Ads. Are you guys seeing ads? Or are you both subbed? No, I don't think you're both subbed. Oh, there should be no ad on YouTube at the moment. That's right, the ad will only be on Twitch. Because that's what that little Siri chatbot, wherever he is, he's for the Twitch ads. Because I am an affiliate on Twitch, so that means we serve ads and all those tiny little percentages of dollars go towards basically more streaming. You sub. Okay, so no ads for you. Cool. That's alright. Well, I'll just wait the 1 minute and then I'll talk about commissions. Ree, what's the name of your weddings thing? I should make that part of your alert as well. So if people ask about commissions, I have people I can recommend. Or maybe we need a commissions bit in my Discord where we can just have people who are open for commissions. That might be a good idea. I'll put that on the... Where's my scrap of paper for today? Ugh. The end of every stream, I always have a scrap of paper with the 20 things I want to Google or do. Discord channel for commissions. There we go. I have my piece of paper for notes. Good. You used to only do portraits, but you got sick of it. You had to cut. Yeah, and horrible commissions are sadly quite common. So I used to do commissions a lot more frequently, but I struggled in that my customers never wanted a consistent format, and I thought if I could just offer like one style of commission that I was comfortable with, that had really clear expectations of what you were going to get, that would be really good and I'd be able to do that consistently. But every customer wanted something so completely different, and a lot of things that weren't even like in my style or anything, and I'm such a people pleaser. I kept saying yes to horrible commissions, and I shouldn't have, because the more horrible commissions you do, the less you want to do it, and then it makes it all a bad experience. And what's the point of doing art if you hate what you're doing? So yeah, I basically burned myself out on commissions about 4 years ago, and since then I've only done little bits of like pet portraits now and then, and little bits of like personal commissions. So like this one, for example, this one's a personal commission because it's a memorial portrait of someone I know. So that one, it's a very unofficial commission. And yeah, on my website I do say that I'm officially closed for commissions because I'm not looking actively for that kind of work at the moment, because I'm still kind of burned out on it. I had so many that just didn't go as planned, and just the person would come back afterwards and go, oh, I really like it, but it's not what I expected. And I'm like, I showed you sketches, I showed you a digital plan, digital mock-up, I showed you reference, like, photos of the work in progress as I went, and then when I give you the final, how is that not what you expected? Like, obviously, if some people look at some of my works that are shot, like the reference photos are shot with gel lights hitting the face and things like that, if you give me a Polaroid from 20 years ago, I can't paint that to the same quality as something that we've shot the reference with me and a professional photographer. Like, they're always going to look very different, and people don't tell me what their expectations are, even though I push them to, or they tell me one thing and it's not actually what they expect. And that was the part of the commission process that drove me insane. It still drives me insane, because you see people posting about their experiences all the time on, like, Cara and things like that. I'm not on Twitter anymore, and it's just depressing. Pet portraits were pretty good. Pet portraits, everyone was pretty on the level. Yes, I want a pet head and I want it to look like that pet. Cool, done. No other weird expectations. Oh, thank you. And that's it. When people come to me and go, hey, I want a seascape painting, I'm like, why are you talking to me? I've done, like, maybe 2 my whole life, and they were really simple. I'm not a seascape oil painter. Go talk to someone who paints seascapes every day, because there are people who paint seascapes every day. But sometimes people just want to ask me because they know me in real life and they don't know many artists and things like that, or they just don't understand how art works. So I think a lot of it is just, I'm happy to take a commission nowadays if I'm excited about it. I can't remember who it was. I can't remember if it was Slew or Proco or one of them on YouTube, but someone said it's either an F yeah, like fuck yeah, or it's a no when you hear a project. And if you don't have that F yeah, if it's just like a, oh yeah, I could do that, don't do it. Trust your gut. If it's like a, oh, I definitely could do that, but I'm not terribly interested, don't do it. Just do the projects that you're, like, hardcore F yeah about, if you can afford to. Obviously, people who do commissions as a business, that's a whole different thing, because that's your business model and you create the work that pays the bills. And I have huge respect for people who do commission painting, because it is a hard job. It is a hard job, and people do it really, really well. Freakmeister1, I think his name is, here on YouTube, here on Twitch. He is fabulous. He does pet portraits in acrylic, which they're so detailed and layered and beautiful for acrylic. I just do not understand how he does that with acrylics. Because I'm an oil painter and I'm just like, how is that not an oil? But he does an amazing job. You want to find a Skillshare class in understanding Twitch. Twitch is pretty easy. It's well, at least I use Restream. So Restream is the same OBS back that I use for YouTube. Sorry, hand. And then Restream sends it to both directions. The tricky part is setting up all the alerts and things like that. And I think I'm at the point now where I've struggled a couple of times to set them up. I might see if I can hire a friend or someone to do it for me. If I had the time to do a Skillshare class, that would probably be a good idea as well, because then I would understand them. Because yeah, I've set up some little things. There's little channel points at the bottom that you can spend to do various things. I call them paint blobs. How many paint blobs have you earned, and that sort of thing. But I haven't got a lot of options there yet. So yeah, it's one thing I want to do, because I do really enjoy playing with all the alerts and the fun stuff and the bits and sound alerts and visual alerts on other people's streams that I watch recreationally. It's just, again, most of the time I'm prioritizing doing the painting. I'd rather do the painting than sit here on my computer for a day trying to set it up. But I don't know, maybe if I win an art prize with some funding or something like that, I'll put that funding towards getting someone to, like, commissioning someone to do that side of my Twitch for me. And then one day when I'm monetized on YouTube, on my YouTube as well, which would be really nice. So yeah, I definitely want a lot more cools on this side of the face, so they're starting to get in there, which is nice. It was way too warm before, there was no variation, so I really want this side of the face to be cool. So that's, her head is tilting towards a cool light. That's the idea. She's still looking a bit splotchy at the moment, but she'll get there, she'll get there. The fairy tale painter. Thank you, Ree. The fairy tale painter. I'll write that down. The fairy tale painter. You definitely got to make some tiles in your about section for that, don't you? In your Twitch. So that your fairy tale painter business, where you do your commissions, is separate. Or at least, like, is known. So if people ask, you can tell them, yes, I do commissions, I'm awesome. And so on and so forth. Oh, Ree, some of the commission paintings, in terms of the unsatisfied, like, they're rougher than my fine art ones because, again, they've come from difficult sources. Like, I can actually show you a couple. There's one that I'm really proud of, which was a hard slog. Where are we? Past work, past commissions. Let me get my thing ready to show you. Let me have a look. What's one of my oldest commissions I have on here? Has anyone played the board game Talisman? Oh, I'm going to transition you over. Hello, welcome to my computer screen. I made custom cards for some friends for their wedding for the Talisman board game, and we got them like little figures. This is my friend Saren, she's amazing. And I was so proud of this at the time, because it's like digital drawing, and I didn't have my iPad or anything then, so it's like digital drawing, a complete novice. So super proud of that one. Oh, thank you. Oils, you might enjoy fast dry mediums, Elise. Fast dry mediums definitely, they help with that mud problem, but as well as that, just a limited palette. Like, I use quite a few colours nowadays, but when I started I used maybe 6, and that helps it not get too muddy because, again, you can sort of tell the difference between your colours a lot more easy, and it's a lot easier to control. Oh, this is another commission I was proud of. Oh, now I'm just finding all the ones I'm proud of. This one was someone's brother, who's a geologist, and then he's really into Discworld. This is the Discworld character of Death. So it was like a duo portrait, because I did a portrait of my sister cosplaying Susan, who is Death's daughter in the Discworld universe. I haven't got a photo of that. Oh, maybe I have a photo of that in here. I might do. She was really big in organising the oh yeah, there it is. I like this one even better. Oh my god, this one's cute. These are old. This is 2012 we're looking at right now. How old is that? Oh, look how cute that is. She looks so stern. I really like the Death side though. Like, he's all glowy and pretty. He's got a very elongated skull in all the illustrations, so that's very purposeful. But it's fun. I am realistic, but personalised colour. It's more so like, it's not that they want to change my colour palette and ruin the painting, it's more so that, like, when people are commissioning, it's normally for something. And if it's a memorial portrait, or if it's like my house has a lot of warm autumn tones and I want it to match that, that's the thing. It's less about them wanting a Liz Gridley and more about them wanting a particular thing for their space. And that's been a lot of my problems with commissions, is people wanting a particular something, and me as a people pleaser trying to give them that, even though it's not necessarily in my wheelhouse of what I do. Like, I've got the skill to do it, but I don't necessarily have the style to do it, and that's where it gets really aggravating. This one I had sort of I loved and didn't love. I did a whole bunch of small oil paintings for an author who did a whole bunch of short stories, and like some of them came out great, like that one. So they were all black and white in oil, but I had, the way we budgeted it was I had a specific amount of time to do each little one, and some of them turned out great, and then some of them, like this one, I'm like, that's just really flat. Like, that's so boring and just, it doesn't work. It's not done enough. Like, I would repaint it entirely now if it was me. And like this one, the anatomy on the feet is just awful. The legs are good, but then the feet are awful, and the bubbles don't even look like bubbles. So like, love-hate relationship with that one. There were lots of things I really enjoyed, and I did the cover for one of her books later, and the cover of the book I'm really proud of. But yeah, a lot of those mini paintings were just kind of meh. I'm gonna use the term meh. I'll go with that one as well. So that's back in like 2012. But where's the more tricky ones? Oh, there's some pet things, logo design. I did have a past life as a graphic designer, so there's lots of random logos in here and things. Before it was easy to get them online, or AI generate them. A lot of it is people I know personally, or people who are friends of someone I know personally, because that's honestly how I got a lot of my commissions, where people would go, oh, you're looking for an artist. I know an artist. Here is Liz. So again, they weren't really people looking for a Liz Gridley artwork. They were people looking for an artist, and then someone threw my name in the ring. And admittedly, at the time, I was more, you know, trying to... Sorry, my headphones disconnected to something. I think my husband turned something on. So those ones were all from 2013. We're into 2014 now, what I'm looking at. This is the cover of the horror book I really liked. I'm just showing you stuff I like now, not the bad ones. Oh, so this one, I think I did pick the fonts, but she very much told me what she wanted for the fonts. But I really liked this painting because it was like really texture painting. It's a bit creepy, but it is a horror book, so, you know, that makes sense. The glove's a bit naff, but, you know, it's the mood. It's a horror book. So that was quite fun. You worked as a pre-press operator in graphic design? That's awesome! I mostly did graphic design for small businesses. So again, very commission sort of base stuff. Oh, even in here I did more black and whites for her, and some of them I love and some of them are awful. Oh well. Get out of that one. So yeah, Rhiannon Irons is the name of the author there, if you like short stories. Trying to find the more personal ones. This one I feel like I could do a lot better now. This person had this drawing that someone else had done of a woman in charcoal, and they wanted a male to complement it, and I think I just went way too stiff in the end, because like my drawing, because I wanted to match it so well, I went really almost too precise. That needs to be so much softer. I would draw that differently now. I don't mind it, but the anatomy in the back is like, there's no anatomy, it's just random shapes. So, mixed feelings on that one. That person was really happy at least, so that was good. That made me feel good. More logo design, so that's 2014, let's go into 2015. Yeah, I don't think I did as many portrait commissions as I thought I did. I thought I did a lot more. Well, maybe I do them mostly after this, later, because this is still a lot of graphic design stuff. Oh, here we go. So 2016, we moved to the country for a year for my husband's work, and that's when I was able to do more of a painting practice. This one I really liked. This was a commission for a woman, who'd split up from her long-term partner and just sort of wanted a bit of a power portrait of herself. I'm still really happy with that one. But that one I shot the reference myself. So that makes a big difference. When you can shoot the reference yourself, even though I'm not a photographer, I could get natural light, I could get the light coming through her glasses, I could get the warm on her cheekbone, because we shot later in the afternoon. All those things dramatically increase the chance of this to actually work well. You've done so many commissions for family and friends, Ree, that things you don't specialise in because you're doing them as a favour. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, I would just say yes to any commission because I was happy to get the work. I was just happy to be asked. And because of that, I made things that weren't necessarily in my wheelhouse. Like, yeah. Oh, like this one. Like, this was for a friend. And it's kind of in my wheelhouse because it's portraits, but it's like pop culture portraits of characters that are couples with a quote of their like famous love line and things like that. And some, again, the references, the better the reference, the better it's going to turn out. This one, she looks so much better than he does. These two are from Doctor Who. This one of Wash is probably my favourite. Wash and Zoe from Firefly. But even then, like, that's kind of a little bit Alan Tiddock, but the likeness isn't really there. It's not really there. It's a mood. We did do like a rainbow as the background, which I didn't... I don't mind it. It's not as good as it could be. That one's probably one of my favourites, actually. Willow and Willow's wife from Buffy. That one's not too bad. But then, like, this one is a much older one. Is this Johnny Cash and his wife? I hate this one. Her teeth look so bad. They're just like a line. And the eye and the nose, all the proportions are wrong. Even him, I've made his nose and eyes too big and they're shifted to... Yeah, so many nitpicks I have on that one. That one's... And then this one I don't like either. This one, I can't even remember who these characters are. They're from a show. His face is all kinds of wrong and her smile is weird too. Just, teeth are hard, man. And this was back in 2016 and just... Yeah, see, here's the reference for the blue and the black and white one. My proportions are so weird. And even there, like, it's not a flattering image, but it's an older image and that makes it so much more challenging. So much more challenging. Yeah, I'll go back to the Willow one. Willow one's my favourite. She just looks happy, and you can tell it's them. I think that's the thing. The likeness is there with that one, so that one makes me happy. This is the one I was super proudest of at the time, because this was my reference photo, this lovely lady. The only reference photo they had was a black and white newsprint photocopy. And like, that's the only photo I had. So you can't even see where her hairline is or anything. She's not looking at the camera. He told me verbally what colours were where. And he didn't know what colour her dress was, so I just suggested pink and he said, yeah, that'll work okay. And like, this is the final portrait, which I'm not dissatisfied with it, but it's definitely, if you put that next to a normal Liz Gridley, yeah, I can see how your expectations would be different, because this is very different to a normal Liz Gridley. Like, where's one of my current works? Photography. Oh, load, computer load. Oh, I'm so behind on chat, I'm sorry. I'm selling Liz Gridley's, yeah. That's what, and like, basically at the end of this story, when we're at Me Now, I want to be painting and making Liz Gridley's. I always want to be bringing my style to things and my voice and my choices, and that's why I'm hesitant to take commissions. So if we do that, they look like they're by different artists, so I understand there how your expectations would be different. So the one on the left of the little girl, that's my daughter. That's obviously my decisions, my choices. The colour is more robust, the composition and everything is very purposeful. The other one, it's just kind of, it's like it's fading away. It's still nice, I still like it, but I can see how it doesn't hit the same. It really doesn't hit the same. You can still see me in the tones of the horror piece. That horror piece we looked at before, she did give me a bit more freedom with, so that was much more me at the time, which was same amount of colour, but I overused white like crazy. And overusing white means that all the tones, all the chroma of the colours were reduced. Nowadays I try and avoid white right until the end of the painting, and there's a big difference there. Like, even in this painting of my daughter, you can see how much colour is in her skin, and that's a real big help in my work. You use fine charcoal to give you the airy feeling. That other drawing was in fine charcoal. It just was so stiff, and I didn't let myself smudge anything, and I think that was a problem. Or maybe I used too toothy a paper in the charcoal one. Sorry to be catching up on chat like this, I'm just reading through. Lately, what happened to you literally? Literally, what happened to me lately? I had a friend who wanted to get his work buddy a replica of the dogs playing poker painting, but with his dog in it. And he asked me for prices, and it took a few weeks to get back to him because he kept feeling like it wasn't new. By the time we got back to him, he didn't worry about it anymore. Yeah. And things like that, like, if you really like the person, you really want to do it, they're not looking for a full fancy oil painting, I would honestly get a print on canvas through Officeworks of the original and just paint over the head of one of the dogs. And I would do that because it's a gag gift. I wouldn't treat that as a normal commission. I would be doing that as like a fun thing on the side. I might even stream it on Twitch because it's a fun, silly thing. Oh, where's the early one? Oh, I just remembered a commission I did a million years ago. Where would that be? One of my friends got asked to do it and she didn't want to do it because it made her uncomfortable. And then she said, do you want to do it? And I went, the guy has money, which like at the time, $400 was an insane amount of money. We're talking like first year uni, second year uni. So $400 was like an unfathomable amount of money. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to do this commission even though it's weird because I don't know the guy and not knowing the guy means it's better. But again, before I show you this is second year uni. So I have not learned how to paint at all. I'm entirely self-taught and figuring it out. Oh, here it is. Oh my god, this one's so hilarious. He wanted a nude painting of himself standing with a cape. Oh, this isn't it. Where's the other one? Oh, I thought that was him. No, it's not. This one. Yeah. It even says my friend's friend. Yeah. So he wanted a painting of himself nude, standing in a Renaissance style background, all dramatic, with a cape on, holding a spear next to a lion with his friends' names in the clouds. Is that a lot for a commission or is that a lot? And it was on a big canvas and I never really worked on big canvases, so I got a big canvas and I painted it when I was out in the country. The colours are so weird because I've tried to go for traditional colours in the background, but then I've done my like Liz-ish colours in the foreground with too much white, and it's just, I've just got to show you this now. Alright, here you go, enjoy. Oh my gosh, it's a thing. Oh, I should turn nipple stickers on. We need a dick sticker. Oh no, wait, where is it? That one. I don't have nipple stickers on this one. Alright, I'll just put him away in a minute. But the best part, I didn't realise I painted the lion looking a certain somewhere. I just did that. I don't even remember it. This reference is from a painting. Like a legitimate painting. And I've copied him. Oh, do I have my references in here? Maybe I do. So yeah, basically he sent me a selfie of him in his lounge room posing nude. And then he sent me another one of him with his arm so I could get the arm a little bit closer, but they're rubbish references. Like, they are rubbish with horrible lighting. And then on top of that, I had to Photoshop together a whole bunch of random references and I made this whole schmozzle. And then I painted the background first, and that's why that's probably better. And then I painted the figure, and it's just, it's such a thing. It's such a thing. I can't believe I forgot about this one. And again, at the time, I was like, hell yeah, I'm doing that for the money. And I'm sure he was happy with it, because again, it was a gag gift. I remember him saying he was absolutely stoked with it and he was going to put it above his bed or something. Can you imagine going to his house as a girl and seeing that above the bed? Oh, that's right, it was done, so it's the same time period where How I Met Your Mother did the nude portrait episode. So I don't know if that inspired it or whether I used that as a reference of like quality when I was talking to him about like what he's gonna get expectation wise, so I think that helps. Yeah, narcissism, like, minimum. It's narcissism. Oh, what's this one? Oh, there you go, that's the lion it was meant to be. Horrible pixelated lion. So, you know, I wasn't close, but I was close enough. Is he from a Rubens painting? He's from a Rubens painting. He's from this one, Daniel and the Lions. So I just picked my favourite lion. I don't know. I think I would still say yes to that commission because it was so ridiculous. But nowadays I would charge $4,000 for it, not $400. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad we found that. That's so much fun. Oh. To be fair, Ree, you not being communicative about that dog portrait is you hearing your gut saying, I don't really want to do this. And that's what I said before with the, you know, it's an F yeah or it's a no. that was not an F yet. It wasn't, or you would have emailed them back straight away. So that should have been a no. Yeah, the line giving him the side eye, giving his anatomy a side eye. Oh my gosh, I love that so much in hindsight. Like, it's my favourite detail of the whole thing. Oh, so happy. Gosh. And again, yeah, that was 2011. That's what, 13 years ago? Oh my god, I feel so old. Oh my gosh, I feel so old. But, you know, still happy with it in a way. Much happier painting this sort of stuff. Oh! Do I have a Twitch window open? Or is this door open? Oh! Still an echo now? That does sound like there's a tiny echo. Am I being betrayed by Tab? This one? No. Let me go tab hunting. One sec. Normally Chrome tells me if volume's coming through a tab. I can't find any tab making noise to my knowledge. Is the sound sort of popping in the music now and then, or is that my headphones? Oh, no worries, Ree. You graduated from high school in 89? That's when I was born. I was born in 89. I was born before you graduated. Your headphones. Okay, cool. Well, that's good at least. I'm sorry if you're hearing an echo. I'm not sure where it's coming from. Hopefully it was just that door being open. Where was I up to in chat? Thank you. I think we're up. I think I'm up to date-ish. That's better? Yay, that's better. Okay, cool. Yay. Alright, let's get back into this one. Are you working on anything today, Elise? Oh, you're about to go to bed, aren't you? Are you having too much fun? I'm having lots of fun, so thank you. Thank you for coming to chat today. Oh no! I closed all those images I opened and I got rid of my reference photo. Silly. Come back. Thank you. Can I ask, Elise, how did you find my stream? Was it just on recommended, or? Oh, my little one's adorable. Thank you. That was a painting of her when she was 14 months old, so she's 2 now. So it's so strange how quickly her head has changed proportions and changed shape. So now I think she looks quite different from that painting. And she's got all her hair's grown in now, so her hair's much thicker and not sort of bitsy the way it was then. But her hair took ages to sort of get going. I've got super thick hair, my husband doesn't, so it's like, it's definitely his hair that she's inherited, not mine. Mine's not naturally green, but it's definitely very thick, and I came out with a full head of hair when I was born to my mama. Don't know if you make it with Bailey J. Oh, you're subscribed to my channel! Yay! I always wonder if people who subscribe actually see anything that I post half the time. I think people have been seeing the shorts. The shorts have been doing reasonably well, because I've been doing sculpting lately at the Art Society. That's awesome. Bailey J on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I follow Bailey J. The name rings a bell, but I haven't got a picture in my head. It's on YouTube, yeah? Bailey J Art. Oh, do I follow her on Twitch? Does she do Twitch as well? I'm not following her on YouTube, but I will. I've definitely watched her stuff. Have I just watched her stuff and not subscribed? Live. Oh, she hasn't got one up that I can say set a reminder yet. When did you say it was? 12 p.m. Mountain Time. Hey Sunny! How are you? Are you at work today? Are you working? What's 12 p.m. Mountain Time? Mountain Time. I'm not familiar with Mountain Time. It's 12 p.m. That's 2 p.m. here. Hey, they're pretty close. That's cool. Oh no, wait, that's EST. I want it to AEST. 12 p.m. is 4 a.m. here. Ooh! Maybe if I get up early, but that's a tricky one. If she streams for a while, we get up for baby breakfast at 7 a.m. So if she streams for, what, 3 hours? Then I could see the end of it. Oh, she's on both while streaming. Yay. Maybe I'll be a VOD watcher for that one, I think. But she does have a lot of VODs here to watch, so I'm going to stick that in my tab collection to watch later. Thank you. Sunny, you're working from home, but you're on lunch break. Yay! And downstairs at the cafe. Oh, lovely. Get a chai for me while you're there, please. Vanilla chai latte. Delivery to me. Come visit. Are you going to come for PAX this year, Sunny? I'm doing applications for all the things at the moment. I'm definitely doing my panel again, or at least I'm applying for it. And then I've also conned Liam into a group of ragtag artists that I'm forcing to be friends, which is including Ree, who was here before. So basically, I've forced 7 of my Twitch people friends to become friends, and now we're all going to have an art crew together, which I've called Those Artists Who Stream. Very original name, and I'm hoping we can do a thing at PAX together, which would be awesome. Yeah, so a panel together and a table is where I'm at. You don't do cafe chai, but you have coffee. Coffee. Oh, no PAX, boo. Well, hopefully we can do some live streams for you to watch while we're at PAX, and then we can be all like, "Hi, Sunny," together as a big crew, because that would be really nice. Yeah. Yeah. She does a 6-hour stream. Oh, I can definitely catch half of it. Thanks, Elise. That's awesome. Yay. Is she a friend of yours in real life? There, I'm into it. Yeah, Sunny, this is a little one. This is my second session on it for a Small Works group show. So she's only a little 15 by 15 centimeters, I think. Yeah. Your cat streams if you can? Yay. Inkmo's part of the group, so there's Inkmo and Liam. Sadly not Mrs. D because Perth, but who else? Ree. I don't know if you know Ree from Twitch. She's one of my IRL Melbourne friends. Who else? An awesome friend of mine called Cat Art Illustrations. She's on YouTube if you haven't checked her out. If you want to learn Copic markers, she is a witch and she's amazing. And then Morgan, who's, I'm going to type his Instagram handle in if you want to go look him up because he's an insane digital artist. And Atomic, like that, with an underscore. He's rad. If you want to go look at some very twisted Digimon and Pokemon on Instagram. And then Ariel as well, who's not on Instagram, but she used to be on a YouTube show with Morgan and Kat called Insert Art. They're part of the crew. I think that's the whole crew. Is that the whole crew? Who am I missing? I'm missing someone. I basically put them all in a Discord group and was all like, hello, I'm going to say things at you and you're going to say yes. Yes? Good. Not that one, the other one. PAX. Yeah, that's the crew. I'm the other person. I'm a nerd. You watch a lot of LawTube, and they have anywhere from 5,000 to 30,000 people in their streams. Whoa. That is a lot of people lurking at work. I'm quite happy to have less than that because I am chatty, as I'm sure you've noticed. and that many people I would not be able to keep up with. Because in a weird way, like, I got into watching streams over COVID, and that's how I met a lot of my lovely streamy friends, like Senny. And yes, Insert Art was through Jazz's studios, so he commissioned the series, and he popped in quite a few times, but it didn't get the viewership or meet his expectations of what it should be in certain ways. I don't know. It was okay. It definitely, I don't know, there was just an interesting weirdness to it as a vibe. Like, some of their videos are really good. I like the videos, there's like 2 videos where all 4 of the artists from the show got to be in the studio at once. Their studio was the tiniest little office with no windows, is what I've been told from the crew. But yeah, like, they went in and they did the job like he asked them to, but it didn't meet his expectations of what he wanted, whatever that is. Or maybe, I think he ended up saying in the bye-bye video that it was just it's not a goodbye, it's just this isn't working right now because of the YouTube algorithm and how all that works, but maybe they'll try it again later, I don't know. I was a little sad I didn't apply for it, but I didn't apply because he put out the call out for applications right when I'd had my baby, and I just couldn't handle that, and it ended up that she's a terrible sleeper and very mum dependent, so she's only now getting to the point where she can deal with mum having work nights and things like that when mummy goes to work and daddy does bedtime, and like, that's taken an extra 1.5 years from when applications were for that. So yeah, but the videos are still there for Insert Art, and there's some really fun ones, so if you want to see Kat do her thing and Morgan, like, you can go watch any of those ones. There's also another artist in their crew called Alicia, who's lovely. I think she still works for Jazza doing stuff. I've only met her once, but she's super lovely in person. She's really nice and like very chill person. Yeah, forgetting myself. I'm real good at that, aren't I? Yeah, but no, because I'm good friends with Kat, that's how I got to meet Morgan and Ariel, which was cool. And when I suggested the PAX thing, they were like, hell yeah. So I'm like, good, you're adopted. Is Jazza nice? I don't know, I've never met him. I'm assuming so. They haven't said sort of like nasty things about him or anything, so I'm assuming he's quite nice. Hey, Jess! I'm talking about PAX. I am conspiring to do things at PAX again. Because you remember last year I had a panel. This year I have collected some artists who stream and created a group called Those Artists Who Stream. And I'm applying to do another panel with them, and then possibly have a table where we can live stream us doing art at PAX, is the plan. I don't know if I can go all 3 days of PAX because I feel like that's too much for my 2-year-old, for Little Bird, but hopefully with this sort of a structure I can go 2 of the 3 days. That would be good. We'll see how she goes. I'm hoping if I can like arrange it well enough with the grandparents so she gets lots of grandparents time, maybe then she'll be a bit better. But she's definitely older than she was last year, and last year she could only handle me being going for like half the day. So yeah, Jazza seems nice as far as I can tell. Like, he seems very genuine in his audience. I've watched his stuff for a long time, but I'll be honest, I haven't watched a lot of his main channel videos lately. I don't know why, I'm just less interested, but I'm still watching the vloggy stuff. The vloggy stuff is interesting, just to see how his business works and all the people. Actually, Jess, do you remember Murray from uni? Tall blonde guy? Did I talk to you about him already? He works for Jazza now as a miniature painter guy on Tabletop Time, one of their other channels, and I forgot that we went to uni together. He comes across as nice. Yes, I watch Chloe Rose. Yes, I watch Ray Dizzle, although I sort of switch on and off Ray Dizzle a little bit. I don't know why. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood for her very, like, slapdash style. I think it's because I work in an art shop. She does a lot of, like, I'm going to play with this art supply this much with no instructions and not tell you how it actually works. And that can get on my nerves sometimes, because if you're going to introduce a material to people, I feel like you should be responsible enough to tell people how it's used. It's not that it's a tutorial, but it's if you use it incorrectly and then you get annoyed at it because it's not working how you expect, that's on you, and perpetuating that to your audience sort of gives the product a bad rap for no reason. She doesn't do it all the time, and I definitely like her content. I switch on and off. And everyone has creators like that they watch sometimes rather than people they watch every time. Nerdy Crafter, I really like. She's really fun. I enjoy her more now than I used to. I think she got a little bit stuck in the memes of her in-jokes for a while. And I found that a bit much, but now that she's being a bit more real, like her latest video of like her new studio and stuff that she's moving into, she's just a real human. And when she's being a real human, I really enjoy it. When she's being really like, oh yes, everything is salty and grains and all the things, and it's just like all the memes without any being a real human, that's when I'm a little bit less engaged, I think. No, you don't recall Murray? That's cool. Yeah. No, I recently re-met him for the first time, and I was very embarrassed about the fact that we actually already knew each other, and I've forgotten because my brain is bad. Yeah, the videos with her sister. Yeah, the videos where Nerdy Crafter is with her sister, she is genuinely herself, and you can tell. You can tell. It's a different energy. And maybe that's the thing with Ray Dazzle. Like, I want to see her being genuinely less scripted and just chill a bit more. Does she have a vlog channel? I don't know if she does vloggy stuff or if she just does the more performative. Dunno. How are you, Jess? How's things? Are you off today? Yeah, today's a day off, isn't it? Yay! This is my second session on this one, so we're getting a bit patchworky all over the shop. She does have a vlog channel. Oh, maybe I should check that out. I'll add that to my tab collection. Because I do admit, I really like vlog channels because people are so genuine in them. Migraine over the weekend, oh no. Did you stay home and sleep it off? I'm sorry, Jess, that sucks. Links? No. Second channel. Yes, you. Does not link correctly. I hate how YouTube does that. They chop off links sometimes. Try that. Yeah, that worked. Extras. Alright, I'll sub to that. Give that a go. Most asked questions. That sounds good. Alright, let's add that to my almost 1,000 things that are in my watch later. Which I do genuinely watch from my watch later all the time. I just add faster than I watch, which is problematic. Like, Jess, I've been watching more Drawfee lately. I've gotten back into Drawfee after not watching, like, being subbed but not watching for ages. I've suddenly got back into it. They were doing Neopets the other day with, like, a actual Neopets artist, and that was really funny. No work and no money. Oh no. Sharp head pain. No sleep kind of deal. Ow! And you threw up. Oh, rather than a throw up, but still. They're both bad. They're both bad. I wish neither of them on you, ever. Please. That would be nice. You never remember people. Also, it's been over a decade. Yeah, okay, fair. Also, I was pulling up old art that I did back in, like, 2011 before. We've gone down memory lane in this video. We have gone down memory lane. And it was a bit confronting, because we were talking about, like, when you take commissions that aren't really your thing, and then they don't meet people's expectations, and they just give you the bad feels. Because I've done that a lot of times. You know that, don't you? You know that well. Sorry, Jess is again another real life friend who is awesome. Also an artist herself, but now doing other things. And yeah, knows of my commission struggles with executive dysfunction all the time. But yeah, I don't know if I'll ever officially open for commissions again. I might open for like commission, like submissions, and I'll just get people to submit their idea, and then I'll have like a pre-written sorry no that's not my thing email or something, but it just feels like so much effort. At the same time I would like money, but I have a cat commission sitting there ready to go. I just haven't started it, and I think after these 2 paintings that I need to finish, maybe I'll do that one next, because that'd be a good one to do in a stream actually, because pet commissions are quite good streamy stuff, because it requires just a little bit less brain. Still a lot of brain, but slightly less. It's a different kind of brain to portraiture, although actually I like this kind of painting for streaming, where it's just sitting here trying to find the form in the face. But I think that's because it's such a close cropped in portrait. Stuff. You don't know anyone outside of YouTube art-wise? But YouTuber is the part of arts Glow I miss the most. Oh, fair. I'm a big advocate for community art groups, because I started my art journey at life drawing at my community art society, which was a tiny little art society of mostly retired people and me, a 14-year-old girl trying to learn how to draw. But I am a big fan of them because they are such a no pressure social space for art. The Victorian Artists Society, where I've got my residency now, that is a bit more pressure because it is a heritage group that's been around since the 1800s, and it has a lot of prestige attached to it because it's in the city of Melbourne, and it's got the history, and it's got the like higher up Melbourne realist artists go and teach there. So that's definitely a little bit different, but my local community art groups, they are so chill and lovely, and everyone is so nice, and like you can just go to a random life drawing class or a still life class or even just a watercolor chat and do stuff group, and just hang out with people and talk about art the same as we do here on live stream. And it's just really nice. Everyone's into tea and coffee and it's fun. The other one I'm really starting to go towards is I've gotten very involved with the public library since having my daughter, and they do craft-a-noon sessions, which is both art and craft. So there's a lot of like knitters and crocheters and things like that, but it's like you just bring your stuff and they'll have a room set up and everyone just chills and hangs out for a few hours. So I really like how that brings back that sort of community of artists hanging out together socially, but it doesn't impact the rest of your life in terms of like, oh, I've got to catch up with these people separately and maintain friendships. No, it's like a social group, whoever turns up on the days who you hang out with, and there's regulars, and you just got sort of, it's built for meeting strangers, which meeting strangers when you're over your 20s is so hard, but that environment is so welcoming and so open and diverse that it's really built for function, and that makes it less uncomfortable. So I'm a big advocate for all of that. Yeah. What are you up to, Jess? You took your mum to Bunnings today. Yay, Bunnings! You got storage and it barely fit in your car. Ooh, very strong nostalgic moment of when we bought that huge TV in Folkestone. Yeah, that was funny. Did I have my Rive 4 then? Or did I already have the Jazz? I think I had the Jazz then. Or we were doing it in your car anyway, I think. Didn't we? I don't remember. Oh, you have arthritis. Ouch. Elise. You've had it since you were 19 years old. Difficulty moving. So YouTube has been great for me. That's awesome! That's rad. I think my main thing with YouTube live streams, I wish they were like more group conducive. Twitch is starting to really get in on co-streaming. So they've got a system built up where you can have a co-stream with up to like 5 people, I think, in their back end. I've done one experimental stream with a mate of mine where basically we just gas-bagged about random stuff the whole time. But it does work, and it's designed so people can play video games all together. But like, I would love to do it like a digital craft-a-noon and like have a couple of other artists at the same time. The hardest part with that is scheduling when everyone's free though. And of course I can only do it when I haven't got Bub with me, which she's at daycare today. She does 2 days a week. There, and that gives me a little bit of painting and lifetime, but I've got to fit all the other life stuff in as well. So last night I did 2 loads of washing and dishwashing and I really need to do vacuuming, but I'm ignoring it quite heartily right now. You know? All the life things that I don't want to do, but I have to do in the precious time I have where I can paint. Your car, yeah! Yes, I do remember you putting the seat forward and being absent. Could you not move your knees or something? Or barely? Because yeah, it was like, use the side of your foot to do things. Oh, we were a hazard. I'm so glad we didn't get pulled over. Like, that would be terrifying. I got a parking ticket last night. Not last night, the night before. I'm annoyed about it. But it's my own fault for being careless and making bad choices. It's annoying. You know when they've got like, on the side of the road, they've got like random pot plants. Not even pot plants, but like little bits of plant between the parking areas? I parked next to one, thinking it was one of the car spots, but turns out it was the no standing area, and the first pot plant I was in front of was the start of the parking area, and I was wrong, and I shouldn't have parked there. But it's really expensive for a mistake, which is a pain. A mistake that really didn't impact anyone because it was late at night. Because I went to a night opening. I socialised for like the first time this year. And I should be proud of myself for that, but instead it was an expensive outing. Ick. What was I up to painting? I'm still trying to fill in these holes. I keep avoiding the little holes I need to fill in. Where are we at? Super Cooper Sunday? What's a Super Cooper Sunday? Liz? What's that? Jess. It's a good memory though. Yes, parking tickets do suck, but yes, I agree, it's a good silly memory. Silly times are still fun times. Thank you for being able to come to my stream. I'm sorry it's because you've had migraine bad times, in a way. What are your plans for today? Are you up to much? I should have lunch at some point, so I might only stream for maybe till 1:30 or something, and then I will go have lunch. And hopefully my body will feel like vacuuming then, because it is very dusty in this house because we have a dog. It's a funny dog channel that will make me smile from ear to ear. We'll chuck it in a tab. Tabs don't cost money. God, I hope tabs never cost us money. Super Cooper Sunday. I only really follow one dog channel, and that's the girl with the dogs or something. But she's a groomer. I like her. Aww, cute puppies, golden retrievers. No, I've got an Airedale Terrier. I have a Dipper. Where's my Dipper sticker? No, I want the other one. Boop, that one. No, sticker. This one. Boop. Boop. There's my doggy. I'll make her big. She's a happy girl. Sorry if I keep calling them nipple stickers. When I'm painting nudes on here, because I was doing a couple of fantastical pieces, if you have a look at my current Instagram, I've just posted my harpy painting, which is at the San Francisco Gallery Modern Eden, for their mythological portrait show 12. That one has some boobies, so I put the little sticker of my dog's head over the boobies when I was painting them on the stream. Because why not? Boop, boop, boop. There we go. You always have Monday off. Yay! Work tonight. Boo. But yay, jumping up. I always like chatting to you. Chatting to you is nice. It is nice. The live you were doing tonight was an artist hang, but no one came out. Did you do much marketing? Because that's the other thing, is I find it so hard to figure out a way to tell people that I'm doing stuff, because if you just rely on the algorithm alone, it doesn't get to, like, you're the only person in my stream who isn't someone I know in real life today. And again, you're subscribed to me, so that's how you found out. So the YouTube algorithm is not snappy with the lives, I don't think. And yeah, like, even when people I follow are doing lives, I always try and do the little tick box to say notify me when they're streaming, when they set it up beforehand, because otherwise I don't realise that they're doing it. You were colouring. And you invite everyone creating. Yeah, definitely have another go. Artist hangout, not hang. Sorry. Hangout. That's an Australianism to say hang when we mean hang out. My bad. We like to abbreviate everything. I don't know why, but all words can be shorter apparently. Although it is fun at the moment, my 2-year-old keeps trying to say long words, and then I'm all like, hippopotamus, hippopotamus. What was the other one? She can say pharmacy really good. Pharmacy. Because we had to go to the pharmacy one day, and then she kept trying to say it. You went to 3 different Discord people and did the self-promotion thing on Instagram. Cool! That's good. That's a good start. Yeah. That's probably the limit of what I do. I think I've got about 5 different Discords I'm a member of that have a promote yourself channel, and I chuck it all in there. But at the same time, when I'm looking to watch things, do I go to the promote yourself area to click on things? Most of the time I don't. And that makes me feel guilty that I'm trying to like push what I'm doing in there, but I don't go and watch everyone else's content. I should spend more time doing that actually, because I'm sure I would find cool people to follow. On the to-do list. So this skin down here is starting to get enough paint that it's blending really pretty, which is good, but this skin over here is a big green blob. Blob, 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 blob. It's also, yeah, streaming, the other thing is just timing. Timing's so tricky because I never know what time to aim for. Should I be aiming for when Americans are awake? Should I be aiming for when Europe's awake? Should I be aiming for when Australia's awake? No, because we have the smallest population. But at the same time, then my friends and family get to watch when I'm on Australian time. And like today I've lucked out that my plans got cancelled, so that meant I could actually stream in daylight, which daylight is so much prettier, like it's prettier than my studio light, which is above my head. My studio light works great for me, but it makes me look like a ghost, more so than just the half a face a ghost, and it makes all my colours bleach out a little bit on stream, so you can't see the colours. Hi Ree, you're back! Echo again? Oh no. Are you sure? Have you got me in 2 tabs on your computer? Or is it me? Because I couldn't find anything before on me. Have you got me on 2 things by accident? To be fair, yes, I am very pale. You are correct, Jess. I give you a point for accuracy. But that's just how it is. I think if I went and got a fake tan just so I looked better on camera, that would be a very not me thing to do. Oh, that would look weird. I would not be... That is the most not me thing I can think of. No, you're on your phone. Oh. Also, yeah, echo. Why am I echoing? Oh! It says I've got 2 microphones. Is that better? I just noticed this said I had 2 microphones on. So maybe before, when my headphones were connecting to something random and I thought my husband was turning stuff on, my headphones connected. Is that better now? Is that no echo? Will I flick my paintbrush around? Woo! Echo! Echo! Ooh, it focused on it for a second. Oh, hey! It's gone now? Oh, okay, that was my fault. I am apologising. That was my fault. My bad. Yes, no, I had to set up an emergency connection to my headphone mic the other day because my other mic wasn't working. But then I reset OBS and then it magically worked again. So, technology makes no sense. Technology makes no sense. That's as far as I've gotten. Oh yeah. You got kitty cats? Jess has kitty cats. You have a boy kitten named Luna. He could be a boy named Luna, nothing wrong with that. He was too little to see things. He was too little to see gremlins. Or he is a gremlin. Senny, who was here before, she's got 2 kitties as well. She's got Pumpkin and Pickle, who are both adorable and sometimes type in chat as they walk on the keyboard. Tech gremlins. Adorable. I call Dipper my painting assistant, but right now she's very not a fan of the studio because she is very sensitive to loud noises, and something fell over in the studio again, and that is enough to make her go, nope, nope, I do not trust the studio, bye. But to be fair, this is a very small room that's quite cramped because of how much stuff is in here, and for her, she likes space because then she can get up and walk around whenever she wants to and like make space for herself and feel safe. And if she doesn't feel safe in here, I don't want to force her to try and come in here because that's not fair on her. I want her to be comfortable in here, but I have a feeling she would only be comfortable in here if I extended the room by 2 by 3 square meters and didn't crowd so much stuff near the doorway, which is sadly essential because yes, it is the only way to put all my stuff in one room and have one room of the not child safe stuff compared to the rest of the house. So it's tricky, but you know, we're not going to live here forever. It's a rental. Maybe one day I can have a more lounge room style studio. That would be nice. You know those houses from the 90s that had 2 lounge rooms and one of the lounge rooms had a bar? I'd take that one and then I could have a little clean-up sink in my studio. That would be so cool. Have like a rolling barn door on it so I can have privacy sometimes when I'm streaming. Have some sound dampening stuff. Frugal Crafter. No, I haven't heard of that one either. Frugal Crafter. Sounds intriguing. Lindsay. Is that her? Oh, cool. No, I haven't seen her before. Oh, she's a big YouTuber too. Don't know how I haven't seen her before, but I haven't. Probably because I don't go into the watercolour stuff that much. Watercolour is very much opposite to oil painting, so it is less my jam. That's it? Cool. Oh, you lost a cat named Zora. Zora's a cute name too. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your loss. Cats are beautiful. I am a big fan of cats that act like dogs. Playful cats. They're fun. Playful, squishy, don't mind being touched cats. The ones with attitudes and very imposed boundaries, I respect it, but is less cuddly. And my dog is probably the line between that. Sometimes she's cuddly and sometimes she's not, but she's definitely not a lap dog. My old dog was a big lap dog. He was a I want to be on you, and he was a Jack Russell cross corgi, so he was such a good size to be on you. The only problem was, oh my god, the hair. He molted like crazy. So he'd be on you, but also then you would take a version of him with you everywhere because you would be covered in hair. And I appreciate that Dipper, being an Airedale Terrier, is low shed. That being said, it's been a while since I vacuumed, so my floor is still covered in hair, but it's like little wispy hair that becomes little like tumbleweeds, as opposed to just coarse white hair in every single article of my black clothing. Yeah, Harv is not a squish cat, yeah. I am glad he likes to like be on you or next to you, because that's adorable. He's definitely established his like, no, you're my person-ness stuff. How heavy is he? He can't be that heavy, surely. Dipper's 20 kilos. And hell, I have a 15 kilo toddler on me half the time. That's heavy. Cute though. Zora was completely a dog. No, that's cute. Followed you everywhere. I love the snuggles. The only time the snuggles are too much is if I'm, doing painting or crafting and they want to come sit on the painting crafting, because that's not ideal. But that's quite rare. Like, my sister's cat, Poppy, loves having to sit to snuggle. I think I got a sticker of her as well. That's my sticker. She's a squish face cat. There she is. Poppy. Whoop. That's her. but she's a sweetie pie, and she weighs like practically nothing. She's tiny cat, so she will just delicately plod up to your lap and then delicately wiggle in and be all like, here, okay, I am in the spot, don't move. And that's what Poppy will do. He's currently asking to get up. 6.5 kilos, that's not heavy, but to be fair, yes, you are correct. If he's on your legs for ages, your leg will go numb. Yeah, that's fair. That's the same with like a super heavy book. The 6.5 kilos is not that heavy. That's still squishy cute. That's squishy cute. And at least his fur is black. That means he's totally doesn't molt, right? And you can't see his hair on black clothing. Not at all. That's definitely how that works. Facts, yes. Fact checked, yes. How are the other kitties with you at the moment, Jess? Zora would sit on your face? Okay, that's not cool. I would get so like, I would be worried I'd hit the cat in the morning and just be like, blah! That's not nice. I started testing the boundaries with my husband a little bit with our dog, and sometimes I let her come in and jump on the bed. Just for a little bit, because he was away for like 4 nights, so she came and slept on the bed with me. Just at the foot of the bed. She's a good girl. She doesn't stretch out too much. And like, she can't sleep in the bed when there's 2 of us in there because there's not enough room. But if it's just one of us, she's allowed to sit up there and have a little snuggle. Just sometimes. It's a sometimes thing. So that's been really nice. Because she's 3 now, so she's a little bit... She's still silly sometimes, but she's not as crazy beans as she was when she was littler. Because yeah, if we did that when she was a puppy, we'd never have it as a sometimes thing. It would be an all the time thing, whether you like it or not. It would be her bed, not our bed. She'd jump into your pants? That's awkward. I can see how it looks like a nest though. Like if your pants are on the floor like that, like it does look like a nest. I get that. Ted and Gremlin are in constant battle for Mum's affection. Yeah, you did say that was happening. Sunny keeps sleeping on your bed. Is Iggy still being a terror? I thought Iggy would have grown out of that by now. Iggy's bigger now. That's boo that Sunny is bullying Harv. That's a bit boo. I thought they would coexist. Although I suppose if Harv has, yeah, sort of come into your face and been more pushy about you being his person, maybe Sunny doesn't appreciate that, because Sunny's always loved you. I don't know if I'm getting somewhere with this. I'm trying. It's definitely changing. I just don't know if it's changing for the better. That red under the neck now. Ha 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 ha. Sarah Byrne Studio, that rings a bell. You're giving me lots to watch later, this is good. Sarah Byrne Studio. I have watched her before. I have not watched her recently. I am not subscribed. I don't know why I didn't subscribe. But I remember watching... Yeah, she's done a water mixable oils video as well. Sometimes when I haven't done a video on something before, I'll watch like 4 or 5 other ones on YouTube to see what I can add to the conversation that other people haven't already said. Just because I'm a researchy nerd like that. So I think I've seen that video of hers. I don't know if I've seen more, but she's in a tab now. More tabs. More tabs, more tabs, more tabs. Ooh. What am I trying to look at? That. This picture. There. Good. I think I want a different brush. No, let's go a softer one. So I can get in around the eyes. Let's try. I'm not having any luck with the mouth, so let's try the eyes instead. I'm closer. Oh, I'm too close. Okay. Never mind, I'll stay back here. I think he's way more affectionate and likes pats. That's good. But he's kind of bored. Oh, so he's still looking for a playmate. I thought he would have grown out of that a little bit. Because, yeah, when you got him, he was bouncing off the walls. Sunny just wants attention. And Half doesn't like the other cats too close. Oh, okay. So if Sunny comes up for some Sunny love, that's when he gets bullyish. He and Ted play together a bit now? That's nice. Well, that feels annoying that your mum has the two fighting all the time, Ted and Gremlin. Oddie, hello! We're good, how are you? Oh, Oddie saw us over on Twitch. Now, how do I do this? I do S-O. Oddie. S-O-T-I-E. I can spell. Oh, no worries, Elise. Thank you for coming and chatting. That was so nice for having a long chat today. And thank you so much for coming to watch. I feel like we've done a bit of painting, but the going down memory lane was quite fun as well. Actually, before we were looking at my old paintings from like 2011. Ugh, they were so old. But there were a couple of funny ones in there, so that was good. Yeah, no, we've been doing a bit of memory laning, and I've been just getting a bit more paint on this one. This is the second session on this one, which is going to be in a small works group show, because the other harpy that I've finished, that's the right beautiful finished painting that I would love to go in this gallery, is 2 inches too big on one side to fit in the small works criteria, because the small works have to be 12 by 12 inches maximum, and it's 12 by 14 inches. Boo! And that annoys me. Aw, that was kind. No, we oh, Reese says hi, by the way. Oh, you said hi to her. Cool. You said hi to each other. You're good. What was I saying? We were talking about them because we were talking about commission experiences and like doing commission art. Boo to you too, miss. I tried to get Robin, I tried to get Little Bird to say boo to my boss at work the other day, and she literally went up to him and said, "No, say boo." Like, that's almost as cute. Oh. I'm like, you can go up and surprise him, just go up and say boo. And she went up and went, "No, say boo." Oh, silly things. Elise, we've been chatting to. Elise is a YouTube artist, OT, who does watercolours and colouring, adult colouring, which is cool. So we've been chatting all things commission, and I've now gotten a whole bunch of YouTube recommends to watch later, which has been fun. Yeah, and talking about like the streaming across both platforms as well. I've never tried Instagram or Twitch or TikTok, sorry, more so for the live streams, but Elise was saying they can be good if you film vertical on your phone. My day job is I work at the art supply store, so I'm half that, half mum, half artist, 3 halves. That's why I'm so busy. Yeah, no, luckily enough my husband gets enough work that I can be mum a couple of days a week, and then I do stuff for the art shop, and then I do the art thing, all of the things. Same time, we sort of trade off when we need to. I ended up getting 2 art teaching shifts this week because one of the other art teachers at the Art Society was, well, he was away and he got someone to cover for him, and then the person covering for him got COVID, which sucked. So I ended up covering, basically. But it was good because they were all working on a portrait from life, and it was week 3 of 4, so they were all like well into what they were doing. Yeah, I do get a staff discount, which is nice. The boss is very nice at my job. I am very, very lucky. But most people who work at art shops will get some sort of discount situation, which is nice. I've worked at a couple of different art shops. This is definitely my favourite. It's a small business, family-owned business, but it's like... Actually, I don't know if they qualify as a small business now because they've been doing quite well for the last couple of years, but like it's a family-owned business and a team of like 6. So there's not many of us, but we have a fun time. And it's just the one warehouse, but we ship Australia-wide and New Zealand as well, so it's good to be a bit of a hub for artists who can't get to an art shop and need supplies, because we post to everyone, but people can walk into our shop as well. We do both, which is good. But yeah, during COVID they did quite well, and I was lucky because I could keep working for them during COVID because the warehouse was big enough and there were so few of us that it was safe, and we got like the permissions to move around when the lockdowns were on, so that was good. And yeah, a lot of people started painting and started doing art for the first time during COVID because they were home to do so, so that was quite good for the arts community in a lot of ways. You've seen someone... Yeah, I didn't know how that would work when you could, like... Because I thought if I did this horizontal layout on TikTok, it would look teeny weeny and silly. I feel like it needs to be portrait, you know? Yeah, that's where I get... You meant boo with the size issue. Okay, that made more sense, Jess. The exclamation point seemed very excitable when you said boo, as opposed to just boo ... disappoint. You know, grammar of boos. I've said boo too many times now, haven't I? I did say I'd stop at 1:30, so I think I will go until 1:30, and then we might raid out on Twitch to another person, and I'll say bye bye on YouTube then, so I can go have some lunch. But I'm really glad I got to stream today because yes, I have no sort of regular schedule at the moment, which is a little bit sad, but it is the way things is until later. But streaming at all is better than not being able to stream at all, so I'm down for that. Yeah. They were landscape on Twitch, so not sure what it looked like on TikTok. Yeah, see, that's where I'm not sure about it. Hey, the ... means like sarcasm to the young generation. Does it? Oh, that's confusing. I don't know how to speak younger speak. How have you learned the ways of the young speak? Where do I get educated? Don't they use quotation marks for sarcasm? That's what the fingers are for. That's what this is for. It's for sarcasm. Or quotes, but like that's traditional use. How dare they be their own generation with their own communication techniques separate to my generation? How dare? I've really got to sort out this nose. It's tricky and I keep avoiding it, but now it looks like a big hole in the face. Ugh. Big shadow right there next to the nostril. And then this side flares out. Yep, that's looking Michael Jackson-y. That's a bad thing. Oh, Otisaurus, how did your performance go? How was Eurovision aerials? Things. I saw a few little clips, but I didn't see a lot. You got pulled up when using it during an LL shift. Really? They thought you were being sarcastic. Okay. Bedtime. No worries, Elise. Thank you so much for coming to stream. You have a lovely rest. Hopefully I'll see you in another stream, or I'll watch some of your videos later in the other tabs. But have a lovely night. Thanks again for the chats. That was really nice. You had to drop out. Oh no. But you're in another friend's routine. Yay! As a human prop. Adorable. I'm glad that went well. That's good. How does that work, dropping out of solos? Is that just you, the routine, you weren't quite ready, or were you hurt or injured or something? Sorry, I don't know how Ariel's performances work at all. Complete novice. Apologies. But I'm glad you still got to do something and be there and be part of the fun. That's still cool. Kids have the most slight eyebrows, they're barely even there. This shadow comes way further over. Couldn't get everything ready in time. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Oh my gosh, Raid! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hunter Wife Crafts, hello! How are you? What were you up to today? Are you doing more wood burning? I saw you doing some wood burning the other day. I had a cheeky look. Cheeky look. Hi everyone from Hunter Wife Crafts stream. My name's Liz Gridley. I am a oil paint artist based in Australia. And today we're working on a little portrait. I stream a little bit all over the place, so you gotta follow if you want to know when I stream, because I have a 2-year-old and there's no logic to it whatsoever. Hunter Raid! Thank you so much for raiding over here. Oh, you're doing meal prep today. Oh, that's very different to wood burning artwork. Fair enough. Oh, no, that's lovely. Oh, I'm glad. Did you have a good weekend? Tell me all the things. We've been chatting all sorts today. We've been chatting art commissions and historical art and life things and what else? Oh, lots of other YouTube channels and things to watch. Finding lots of cool people to follow. How's it going, Wildcard Vic? Welcome in. Oh, once a week you cook together? That sounds very organised. Can I just say, well done on the organisation, food prepping. I am not organised at all. I stare at my fridge at 5 o'clock and just go, what? What's easy? Which is not the most ideal way to do things. She broke her spaghetti. She broke it good. You got humbled on how to prepare pasta. Are you a monster for breaking it because the long noodle is the ideal long noodle? Was that the the pasta education? You need to redeem yourself next weekend. Oh, there you go. I hope you don't get sick of pasta. Oh, that's funny. Help you up. Oh, there you go. See, I'm a mix. I like the long noodles for me, but because I got the toddler, half of them gotta get broken. Or actually, we got shaped pasta the other day. She was very into... She's never watched Paw Patrol, but it had dog shapes in pasta. Very fun. Ooh, pumpkin bread. I have banana bread at the moment. That's a thing bread. No worries, you have a lovely eat. You have a lovely eat, nom nom. Yum. Yeah. Now the 2-year-old means I never know when I'm streaming, but I'm very happy to be here today. Because she's at daycare today. And that's nice, because I can do a painty paint. And this one is for a group show, which is a small works art show. So it's only 15 centimetres by 15 centimetres. And the nose is a big struggle bus, so ignore the nose right now. But we're sneaking up on other parts of it. I'm happy with the eyes and the cheeks, especially this side of the face. And I'm happy with how much cool blues are over here. So it's an oil painting. I can do as many layers as I need to do. And I can take my time, which is why I like oil paints. No rush. Never would think to do something like meal prepping on stream. That's a whole separate thing. But I do think there is quite a food community on Twitch, in hindsight, because there's all those people who do like mukbangs and things. So there you go. There's something for everyone. I'm just a boring person who stays mostly in art YouTube. Art and illustration. YouTube and Twitch. Sorry, I am streaming across YouTube and Twitch, if that's confusing to any of you Twitchers who just came across in the raid. I do the both because I also do long format videos on YouTube historically of like trying and testing art supplies and time lapses with narration through my longer paintings, my bigger paintings. It's just all been a bit more short form content lately because that's what's manageable with having a 2-year-old. But I like YouTube because the things sort of stick around a lot longer. Twitch is really fun in the moment, but then the VODs sort of don't stick around, and even then I don't know a lot of people who go to Twitch to watch VODs. Most people go to watch live and then they'll watch a VOD if nothing is on. More like time. No worries, Ree. No worries, you have fun with your errands. I hope they're swift and easy. Let's get some structure back in this nose. This is... I might have to come back to this when it's dry. It's just a little bit too slippery at the moment. And that's okay, but not overdoing it when it's not ideal is often good play. And that's better defining that shadow. There. So it's been a lovely, nice chill stream for a Monday though. Maybe I should put more effort into streaming on Mondays. Because today I was meant to be doing somewhat of a portrait battle with another artist where I've sat for him recently and he painted my portrait because I wanted to talk to him about some of his works that he's done. Because it's one of those, you know when you're friends with an artist on Instagram but you don't actually talk? He put out a call out for people who'd be interested in sitting for a portrait so he could do more stuff from life. Because he hasn't been doing as much of that as he's wanted to. And sometimes it's nice to do a call out for people who haven't modelled before and would find it interesting and things like that, rather than just working with professionals all the time. No worries, OT. Thank you for the lurk. Thank you. Yeah, so he put out a call out and I'm like, hey, I'm an artist too, but I'd love to come sit for you so that we can just like have a chat and I can ask you some questions about this artwork that you did. So we did that and that was really good and fun. And at the end of that, he's like, oh, but you're an artist too. How about we do like a you paint me while I paint you situation? And I'm like, hell yeah, that would be so much fun. And his studio space is like really nicely set up, so there's heaps of room. And I'm like, that'll be fine. I can set up this little easel setup. I can actually, it's got a tripod thread on the back of it, so I can set it up on a tripod, sort of down in my lap, so he can see my head over the top, and then I can see him next to his easel, is the plan. But he hurt himself, and he broke a bone, so now we're waiting for him to get better. So that's why today all of my plans were cancelled. Very last minute. Because he thought he was good enough to go because he was trying to do a still life, but then he obviously made himself sore, so that was a bad idea. And it's not fun doing painty things like that when you're hurting, so I'm glad we're waiting because I'd much rather do that when he's feeling good. Yeah. And then I was going to visit another artist, but she's busy today, but she sort of has invited me to her studio like 4 times, and I'm like, I really want to go. I just found it hard to find time, but I've now booked her for a different Monday to go down and hang out, because today didn't work out for her. So it feels nice to be getting out of the house this much on the Mondays when little bird's at daycare and doing like networky work things. Because if I'm not here cleaning my house, I should be doing work things, in theory. Whenever possible. I feel like I've now taken too much warmth out of this side of the face. That's the problem. You overcorrect. And I do that a lot. Just add a little bit more back. It's mainly that line coming down from the nose. It just has a lot more warmth. Hello! The technical term for that is lurk. Yuck. If you want to do an exclamation point lurk, that is the technical term for the sneakies. Or are you on lunch? Are you doing not sneakies? I'm excited today. I'm doing double painting today. I'm painting at the moment in the studio because my plans got cancelled today, and now I get to paint later in a different studio. Because I have a separate sneaky studio for Monday nights. I should have come for lunch. Oh. As in you two go to lunch together or me come to lunch with you? Because I'd be all down for that, but that's a lot of driving. And don't get me wrong. I love... Oh no, wait. That Jess. Jess, why did I think you were Jess Risley for a second? Because I'm talking to Yick, that's why. The echo's back? It turned on! Well, at least now I know what it is. I can turn it off straight away. Why did it turn itself on? Oh, fair enough. I thought background noise would be annoying at work if you have to be on the phones and stuff all the time. Yick. But yes, Jess, sorry. I didn't... For some reason, I always think Wednesdays is the day that we are possible to catch up. I forgot you had the Mondays off, so I will remember that for future Mondays. Or you can just come sit in the studio with me. We can just studio stuff. Or both. We can also both go out for lunch first. Have fuel. Yeah, I did wrong, Jess. I'm rude. I'm rude. I just automatic name associated because I saw a Jess come up after Yick, and I'm silly. Stock order rotation. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Yay! Well, hopefully that means it's a slightly... I don't want to say it's an easy day, because that's like saying it's quiet at the hospital. I don't want to curse things. But I hope it's nice and chill. Yay, friends. This has been a nice stream. I've enjoyed this one. It has been very nice. Trying to remember, I had something I need to ask you, and I've forgotten entirely, so hopefully I remember before tonight, when I see you later. But it is gone from my head. And I gave Jack the thing you gave me to give Jack though, so, ha! I did that. He said thank you. Yay. I think it's officially my lunchtime. And as lovely as it is hanging with you both, I feel like I'm making this worse instead of better. So that's the time I should put the brush down and go have lunch. But I will find someone on Twitch to raid, because that's a thing. I wish that was a thing on YouTube where I could like send you to another YouTube video or a YouTube person. That would be fun. But probably not a thing. What have I got? None of my people are doing art. Got one friend playing Stardew Valley, and I've got another friend doing Just Chatting. What are art people doing at the moment? Who's doing stuff? Where's someone doing traditional stuff? Painting Game Boys. That sounds fun. Alright, let's go find someone painting Game Boys on Twitch. I will have a food. But I love you both lots. And I think, yeah, I am excited to do more arty things. So thank you so much for joining me here on stream. Let me change over to the other face thing. There's my face. Also, Jess, I got new glasses. I didn't know if you were here for that part. I got 3 pairs, actually. Anyway, I hope everyone has a lovely day, and I will see you soon. Mwah. Love you lots. Bye. Bye. Where's my thing? There it is. Bye.